I'm Wendy Lunsford Baruth. I'm mom of McKenna, who is 13, almost 14, and Mavi, who just turned 10, married to my husband David for 11 years. Mavi's been diagnosed with some pretty heavy mental illness from hearing voices and hallucinations. Whew, hold on. That's the first time I've said it, in August of 2018, I got a phone call with McKenna screaming into my phone and Mavi screaming and McKenna saying, "She's trying to kill me. She's trying to hurt me." And I hear Mavi screaming, "I can't stop." And as a parent, to not be there and to know something could go very, very, very wrong. But on the flip side, to know that we had a place to come, to know that Mavi's care team is a text, a phone call, an email away, and to know that there's a plan and that the plan was set up by professionals that not only love my kids, but that care about their dad and I and our whole family, and that we can function as a team is huge. I've learned that it's okay to ask for help, and it truly does bring a peace of mind and a relief that we don't have to do it by ourselves. And yeah, there's still tons of room to grow and to get better, but I feel like every day there's something that we can celebrate.
I am Nancy Crago, and I'm the Director of Psychosocial Rehabilitation, which are all of our children's groups here at Family Service. I've been with the agency for 36 years now, and I have the proud distinction of being the longest employed person here. I think that Family Service and Guidance Center is important to families because there's nothing worse than watching a loved one of yours suffer with a mental health issue. And when that's happening, families usually have no idea what to do to help them. We are the people there to address a mental health problem when it's in its acute stage, when it's happening right then and there. And we're one of the only agencies that can really address that problem with families. So people need to know that we are the one place that they can come to get answers and to get solutions when they're suffering with a mental health issue. I remember a mother and a little girl that I worked with, and they probably had the most serious abuse history that I ever worked with. I was supposed to be working with the little girl, but I realized as I was working with her that her mother was just a grown-up child that was also, really hurting and had been damaged by the abuse that she suffered. So I worked with the two of them together. I worked with the mother as much as I worked with the little girl, and I could see them making progress at the same time. The mother was eventually able to finish college, and they moved away and moved to a job across the country, and I heard from them a few years later, and they were both doing very well. I feel so blessed to have a skill that I was able to give to other people that was helpful to them. And I've been so blessed to do it at an agency that supports my work. And they always have. They've always supported me and given me an opportunity to do this work, and that's been wonderful.
My name is Leslie Carr, and I am the coordinator of social work at Topeka Public Schools. I was previously a team leader here at Family Service and Guidance Center for a number of years. So Family Service and Guidance Center comes into schools in a variety of ways. We host psychosocial groups, which are groups that work on social skills and all of the skills that kids need to be successful in school that are non-academic. And then we also have therapists who come to our schools and provide sessions for those families who can't get a ride to the agency, so to make that a lot easier for those families in need. I feel like Family Service and Guidance Center is the place I know I can reliably send kids and say, you need help, here's where you can go. And I know with certainty that there are therapists and case managers and med providers who are doing great work here. And it's also a catchment. It's a great place for families when they don't know what else to do. They can't afford traditional care, and I know Family Service will figure it out. They'll find a way to serve those kids so that they can get their mental health needs met and then get back to learning. So I remember a family very vividly who I met. The little boy was 3 when I met them. And he came in with these cute little cowboy boots and had these giant brown eyes. I mean, just the most adorable little boy you've ever met. And his mom came in tearful and said, I didn't know what else to do. And I saw your commercial, and I know that Family Service does good work. And so can you please help me? In talking with Mom, it turns out that the little boy had a lot of developmental delays. He wasn't speaking, he was very aggressive, couldn't stay in class at all, his preschool class. And so we started doing psychosocial group treatment with him, which is the therapeutic preschool-like setting here at Family Service. Well, come to find out, I ran into him a couple of years later, and it was truly one of those moments that just makes life worth doing, makes this field totally make sense to me. I walked into his classroom and didn't know it was him, and he looked over at me and had these huge eyes, so I remembered, oh, this is the little boy with the cowboy boots. And I asked his teacher, like, how's he doing? Because he had been so aggressive, and we had worked with the school on writing a behavior plan and had just done a lot of work to try and support him so that he could be in preschool. So we walk over, and the teacher says to the little boy, said his name, this is Mrs. Carr. And he looked up at me and said, hello, Mrs. Carr, just as clear as he could possibly speak. And I teared up and was shocked. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that. I left the room because I just couldn't keep it together. And the teacher said, you wouldn't know it was the same kid. And to see this kid flourishing and learning to count and learning his alphabet and being able to speak, I don't think it could be possible any other way. And that partnership is really why Family Service is so special. It's coming in and holding hands with the school to help kids progress in both areas. It's mutually beneficial for all of us.